Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming to today's debut stream. But before we get into the self-introduction part of today's stream, I first would like to take a moment to probably give off one of the biggest announcements I've ever have to give it off, probably ever in my life. This involves something very, very near and dear to my heart, and I just got to show it up on the big screen right behind me. So I'd like you all take a second and relax for a minute and enjoy my religion. I appreciate all for joining me today, and hopefully we can all share this beautiful moment together. So I'll just let this sit here for a few moments while I get set to introduce myself. Thank you. All right. How's everyone? Oh, man. All right. How's everybody doing today? I am Wyatt, probably as everybody already knows. Exactly, thighs. Yes. Everyone's great religion, and I'm involved in it as well. So, yes, I did prepare a little bit today. And by prepare a little bit, I mean I spent probably a few days making some slides and stuff like that to introduce myself and all that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping that today goes by very well. Yeah, we'll go on and start off here. So, got my name up on screen right now. Name is Wyatt, not us. If you're wondering what the F stands for in the in my middle name. That is a mystery, and I'll let you figure that out for yourself. I would say this is a PowerPoint, but more or less this is just I guess pages that I created in Photoshop, because I have no idea how to work Google Slides or PowerPoint. I don't even have PowerPoint on this computer, actually. All I have is slides. Google Slides really doesn't work that much. Hold on. Before I continue, is the background music okay? I just want to make sure that the background music is okay before I continue on. If it needs to be louder, quieter, something. Yes. If it needs to be any louder, I'll turn my music up. My music is... Yeah, okay. So, that means... I gotta do this then. Alright, whoop, that's maybe a little too loud. Okay. Because... I can hear it just fine on my end. I just gotta make sure that it's coming out good. Okay. So I did have the background music too low. Yeah. I'm not very good at streaming. That's why I'm starting today. Alright. If it's too loud, let me know. If not, I'll continue with where it's at right now before I continue going. I just want to make sure that I'm not being drowned out by the music and I'm not too loud. It's try to find that happy medium. Alright, good. We're all good then. Alright. So, yep. So these, I don't know how many slides did I prepare for this? Pages, slides, whatever. I think I prepared a good 10. I think that should be enough to fulfill some time, I guess. So yeah, let's continue on. So yeah, got my name up top, Wyatt, not us. F is a mystery in the middle name. F in chat, obviously. Day of birth or birth of day, October 15th. So, yeah, my birthday is just around the corner. Except I don't know how old I am. In fact, that's probably the biggest mystery of them all, is I have no idea how old I am. Nobody knows how old I am. So if you want to take a wild guess as to how old I am, that's awesome. Because you're either right, you may, because, I don't know. The chat and everything else, everybody else can give me an age. You know, if you want to say I'm 20, all right, I'm 20. If you want to say I'm 15, then I'm 15. If you want to say I'm 157, all right, I'm 157. I don't know my age. VTuber type, there's a half of me that is natural, and another half of me is artificial. Good little thing here. As you can tell from my suit, there's half dark, kind of half dark greenish, and the other half is a little white. So there's that. And my height is approximately, I don't know, this may have changed. Last time I gave myself a good old little height measurement, I stood at exactly 182.88 centimeters. Yep, I am tall indeed. Which I believe that is 6 feet in metric, or not metric, is it metric? I don't know. 6 feet, I think. I don't know. I'm not really good with measuring centimeters and inches, like trying to convert the two, but yeah, my height is 182 centimeters, roughly 183. So I don't know exactly if that's 6 foot, but I think that's really close. All right, moving on. This one here is my likes. 12 foot taller, holy moly. I know I'm tall, but I didn't think I was that tall. Sheesh. All right, so got likes here: music, food, anime, manga, gaming, football, both American and international, wrestling, singing, traveling, nature, and also VTubers. Okay, so according to Google, it's exactly 6 foot. I thought so. I failed school. Space school. Space. Let's see. I do also have a few other things that there's also a few other things that I forgot to put on this list, but I don't remember them off the top of my head. So I think this is a good list of a few things that describe me pretty well. A small dragon girl and a big space boy, because I am a big space boy apparently, or artificial boy, artifici boy. Let's see. I'm trying to think how many of this is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 things, yeah. 12 if you count both American and international football as two separate things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else off the top of my head. Space boy, space people, be tall. Space boy. I mean, I do like space. Weren't we all floating in space at one point in time? I don't know. If you want to call me an arty boy, that's also fine, because I am artificial. We were all probably floating in space at one point or another. So, I'm trying to think of what else I should put in my life. I don't think it's really important now that I think about it. I'll probably think more. As soon as I probably click to the next one, I'll probably come up with like a few more and be like, oh, I forgot that was all. But I did put in what kind of music I do like. So there's music. So there's this. So yes, I am not so much of a typical VTuber, I guess you'll say, because I'm not much of a like massive hip hop or rap person. I am more so of a rock guy. As you see in the genres, I do like power metal or metal in general. I also do like J-pop and J-rock and J-metal, that good stuff. As you see with some of the favorite bands and artists and stuff like that, and also some of the fun facts. I'm trying to think. I haven't played some of my guitars in a while, and I've also been somewhat learning to play guitar, but I have no sort of talent in those fields. The synthesizer that I do own, I can kind of get something going in terms of rhythm and that sort of stuff. I'd like to probably play that a few times on stream, because that's probably the only confident music thing that I could do, at least for a while. Guitar, I will admit, is probably one of the harder instruments to play. I wouldn't say it's the hardest, because I think I've played some other instruments that were definitely harder to play than the guitar. Guitar, it's just got to be like placement, stuff like that with your fingers. That's what I've at least learned in the past few months. But yes, I got a few guitars, mostly bass. I have, as you can see, I am a complete Ibanez. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm not good with pronunciation. You'll learn that as I continue to do this. But I have two of those guitars, one electric, one bass, and then I have another bass guitar, which is the Rogue LX, which is a 5-string bass that I have not played because that one's a bit more different than the other bass that I have. So, but yes, that is one thing I do like to do on my off time is play one of my guitars or the synthesizer, one of the two. And again, hopefully I can use my synthesizer on stream, which is something I kind of want to do, but I have to figure out how to implement that, I guess I'll say. Also, I also should talk about this on my fun facts because I forgot to talk about it. My music playlist, which is also I mostly use Spotify because I started using that a couple of years back, and I kept adding songs, and the next thing I know, I have over 1,200 songs, about to be 1,300 songs in my playlist. With a lot of them being from these favorite artists and bands that you see on the screen, obviously. But again, I also do like to listen to a bunch of, like, obviously anime openings and a lot of J-pop stuff as well. So I'm trying to think, is that a good fair amount of that's a fair amount of artists and bands that I can give off. To at least 10. So you get the gist of my music taste. I like to rock out, stuff like that on my off time. As you can also tell with the cover song that I uploaded a couple days back, I want to save that story for one of my Just Chatting streams later down the line, because making that cover song was it's like a whole stream story I can talk about, stuff like that. So, I want to save the cover song story for a while, I guess I'll say. Let's get to food. It's pretty basic, I know. I'm not much of an eater, or I'm not much of a cook, I should say, as well. I do like to eat, obviously, but I'm not a very good cook, I should say. I usually don't cook a lot of, like, big meals or stuff like that, because I'm only one person, and I'm only just gonna eat a small portion size meal. So, but anything that involves chicken, rice, pizza, or pasta, I'll eat that right off the bat. Give me anything that involves chicken, rice, pasta, Alfredo. I do eat a lot of Japanese meals, or just Asian meals in general, I should say. But it's hard to find a lot of authentic Asian meals where I'm from, at least. So, most of it is just like your basic, like, cup ramen or something like that. But I obviously really need to start expanding my taste in foods, I guess I'll say. Let's get on to anime, which this is a complete 180 from the food that was just happening, or that I just talked about. Because as you can tell, I got a huge list. I got a huge list of animes that I like to watch or read. So there's a lot, and I didn't really organize this list, because if I tried to organize this list, it would be much smaller than what it says. I've cooked fried rice before. I love it. I love fried rice. It's probably one of the only things I could cook, to be honest. It's not that easy to screw up, so. Trying to think if there's any other foods. I mean, like I said, I should also mention spicy foods. I'm not too big on spicy foods, but I don't dislike it. I will eat spicy foods, but I will require a lot of water or milk in order to, get that spicy taste out of my mouth. But back to anime. I put Eurocamp first because that's my number one. Absolutely love Eurocamp. You'll notice as you're looking at this list, I do like to watch a lot of slow burner shows and shows that really aren't what should I say? How should I say this? Like isekai, I guess I'll say. I do watch isekai, as you can tell on the screen. But I'm more of like a slice of life person. So like Horimi, Eurocamp, Nanan Biori, those shows I do like for like slice of life, but for isekais I do like ReZero, Konosuba, and more of like fantasy wise I do like Made in Abyss. What else? You could obviously see. Also, I should point this out. There's a little side note right next to Nisekoi that says a whole lot more. I have a whole lot more than these. If I tried to list them off, I'd probably like blank out because I have a hard time coming up with stuff right on the fly, as you can clearly tell. If it's not listed up, if you name it out, I've probably seen it, or at least heard of it, because there's a lot of anime for me to watch, and I cannot watch all of it. And I have been, I will admit, I have been a little slow in watching some of the more recent stuff. I still need to watch a lot of the stuff that came from spring of this year. And summer as well, I should also point out. I don't know if there's any shows that I'm going to watch for this fall season, but I have a lot of shows to watch, and I've watched a lot of shows in my short time, I should say. So that's animes. Let's see, what else is next? Is this games? Games. Ooh. Now, okay, yeah. Well, for mangas, I should also point this out. I do watch a lot, but I also read a lot as well. So, yeah. I should have also pointed that out earlier. I do like to read mangas as well. I have a pretty big manga collection. You can't probably see it in this room, but there is an entire room dedicated to some of the mangas that I have bought. And if I tried to bring a few on stream, I'm not too sure where I would put them because this room is not very... It's wide open. Let me actually move this out of the way here. This room is wide open. I'll talk more about my background and my stuff like that later, but this room is very massive, so I could probably fit a bookshelf in here. But yeah, let's just bring this up. So, okay. I'm also going to... Where is... Okay, there's this. I'm going to move over to the side a little bit. Let me also bring my... microphone. Here we go. Yeah, as you can tell, since I am brand new to the VTuber scene, I had to quickly find a place to stay and set myself up. So I obviously bought this place. It's not too expensive. Not too expensive. But yeah, I had to find a place, and I found this place, and yeah, I built my manga room, but there's a ton of boxes still laying around. You may see the back of me fill up with stuff, or you may not. Maybe I'll leave this room pretty bare. I do like the window that is right next to me. It's got a nice little view. It's always sunny. It's always sunny. What's that television show? There's a television show that a lot of people watch with the title that has like Sunny something something. I can't remember. I know there was a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There it is. Okay. All right. Philadelphia. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A lot of my time being down here has been spent looking at TV. And a lot of it has that show on there. I've never watched an episode of that show. But I've always heard it's always sunny in Philadelphia, and then I look at the weather in Philadelphia and it's either raining or cloudy, so that's a lie. They were lying to me. Anyways, let's talk about games. Alright. So I obviously like a lot of first-person shooters. We got Halo, we got Call of Duty, Battlefield, Apex. Those take up a good majority of this list. I also do like Minecraft. I also do like Flight Simulator. Although the specs of my computer would say otherwise with Flight Simulator. Every time I try to play Flight Simulator, it turns into a jet. My computer does, at least. And always sounds like it wants to just flat out explode. So I want to try and stream it. I want to try and stream it at one point or another. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest in terms of frame rate, but I love Flight Simulator. Okay? If there's one thing I love, it's flying. Because I've been on a few airplanes in my time already. In my not too long of a time spent down here as a human. But I have been on a plane before already. And I have enjoyed it. You know, it's a little stressful at times. I would not be a pilot. That's why I'm not a pilot VTuber. But I would like to do at least some sort of like Flight Simulator stream. Because I do like, weirdly, it's relaxing. In a weird way, I find it super relaxing when I'm 20,000 feet in the air above clouds with no recollection of where I'm at because all I see is clouds. I don't know. As well, I should also specify, I have American Truck Simulator on here, but I also have Euro Truck Simulator, which I also play. I should have just put Truck Simulator, or at least American/Euro Truck Simulator, because I love both those games, and it kind of interests me playing those games as well. I do like a lot of simulator games as well. You can also tell. Flight Simulator, Truck Simulator. I don't know what other simulator games I can name off of, but yeah. Cooking Simulator. I've heard that was a great game. I saw a lot of people from NITRE Saga playing that game, and a lot of other people playing that. I should also point out I do have an Oculus. I think it's just an Oculus Rift S, I think it's called. I can't remember exactly. It's an Oculus. And I have it set up. I think the last time I played it was, I don't know how long ago. I don't even know if I've ever played it, I'll be honest. It's been a long time, if I have. I don't remember much. I just know it's right next to me. I know it's kind of set up. I have a few games that can play VR, but I may not do a whole lot of VR streams because VR streams are a hassle. And I have seen people already in my time play some VR streams, and they are incredibly difficult to set up, and I don't want to be bothered with that. If it's easy for me to stream, I'll stream it. If not, then I'll just pretend I have never heard of the thing in the first place. I will point out a lot of like, is this actually next? Hold on, I don't think it's next. I want to talk more about like some of the VTubers that I watch. That is okay. It's not this next one, but it's after this one. I mentioned sports. I do like sports. Calm down. I do like sports. So I do watch both American football and international football as well. If I call it soccer, I'm probably gonna get a lot of people who like to watch it up my neck. And yeah. But I also like wrestling. I don't have a specific favorite wrestler, but I do like wrestling. And I do like watching AEW and more recently New Japan Pro Wrestling, because I just recently started watching more of their stuff. And I'm not a big fan of their website for the New Japan world. Not a big fan of their website because it is very unorganized. But I do love watching New Japan, and I do love watching wrestling in general. Give me a good wrestling, like, show or whatever, and I'll sit down and I'll watch that son bitch for hours. Also, I want to point this out. I am not very say-so. you'll find this out very later on when I get into gaming. When I get into the game, I go in very hard with my language. So I may be very say-so at the moment, but that's only because I'm trying to be formal, okay? When I'm not so formal, I would not recommend watching this if you are not a big fan of swearing. But since this is pretty formal, for right now, I should say, we'll stick to, I'll stick to keeping some of the swears to the side for a little bit. I am not say-so, because I say so. Okay. Also, there's a little side note on the bottom. I do watch racing, but I don't really watch it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, if it's on and there's nothing else on, fine, whatever. Because, you know, I like to watch sports more so anything else on TV. I'm not really a big television fan, or like a lot of the shows that I watch, not really watch, I should say, that I see don't interest me that much, I should say. Okay, so here's VTubers. I think I will go more into who I watch here in a short second. But these are some, at least the companies that I watch. I do watch Hololive. In fact, that's what got me into VTubers in the first place. Then I moved towards Nichisanji, and then I've recently watched so much Nichisanji that my entire recommended has become nothing but Nichisanji stuff. And then I end up clicking on it, and then I spend 10 to 20 minutes watching it, and then I'm like, huh, I should probably do something else. Oh, what's this? Nichisanji video? And I click it, and then I watch it, and then my recommendeds become filled with more Nichisanji stuff. And the next thing I know, I'm watching Nichisanji again and again, and it's a never-ending cycle unless I'm actually streaming. I also watch VOMs because I think the only reason why I've watched VOMs is because of Pikami and one of her clips. Got my recommended. And then, you know the cycle. You'll watch a random clip. Next thing you know, you're watching more random clips. And you're stuck in that cycle for hours on end. Okay, so actually, now looking at some of the other things. Okay, so yeah, VTubers, I would name off a lot of VTubers. Especially from like Hololive and Nichisanji, but instead of naming them like individually, I would just say like instead of naming them individually, I would just say like, you know, if you know Hololive, if you name a VTuber from Nichisanji or Hololive, chances are I've probably seen them. In terms of like indies, you know, ones that obviously aren't affiliated with anybody. I think some of the bigger ones I've seen, at least in the past few weeks, have been Lumen, the Cat Lamp, which big fan, love his stuff. I will also like to say, okay, I don't watch a lot of VTubers or in general Twitch streamers, not because I don't like Twitch. It's just more so I've been so used to YouTube with streaming and watching streamers, and Twitch, I used to watch a lot in my time, but at the same time, I find YouTube easier to watch. You know what I mean? I have started to watch more Twitch streamers, and it's just, I guess I find it more difficult to watch Twitch streamers, or at least find time to. So a lot of streamers that I watch are mainly YouTuber streamers. Not so much Twitch streamers, you know what I mean? Not to say I don't watch them, because I had to make a Twitch account in order to start following and watching a lot of the VTubers and stuff like that. Because it's hard for me to not watch a VTuber. Because I love VTubers that goddamn much. So there's that. I talked about my likes. Let's start talking dislikes. So I'm not a very big. This is where a lot of people are going to hate me. I'm not a very big vegetable person. Okay. Also, yeah, I will. Okay, so yeah, I agree, Sonya. Twitch is much more interactive, but YouTube, it's easy to find their content. I agree. I agree with that. Anyways, I'm not a big vegetable person. I know that's gonna start a lot of stuff. I'm not big of a vegetable person. Okay. I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of eating them. I'll eat some, not a lot. Rude people, obviously. I don't like my veggies. Never have. And you can't tell me otherwise. I hate my internet. Lately, I'm gonna say this, and the next stream, which I posted on my schedule, which would be on Monday, which would be a karaoke stream. I'll talk more about Sega here in a second. I'm probably gonna say this, I'm gonna jinx this. My internet has been fine the past few, like, test streams. I've done a lot of testing to try and see if my internet could be good. It's thankfully a little bit better than a couple months back when it was unbelievably bad. I would not be able to watch a lot of streams a couple months ago because of the fact that my internet would be so slow and terrible. Okay. So I don't know what changed. I didn't do a thing. Probably something in this building. When I moved something, internet kind of got a little bit better. Awesome. I'll take it. I hate school. Thankfully, I'm out of that for now. I hated school. Going to school, I should say. But yeah, I also hate work. So a typical adult. Okay. Let's see, what else? Obviously, I hate drama. I like to stay out of any sort of drama. And I would like to not be involved with it. Okay? If I see it on my timeline on Twitter, I'm more than likely going to scroll past it, pretend I never saw it. I'd like to keep my Twitter as say-so or as drama-free as possible, I should say. The internet gods probably were, the internet gods probably saw me becoming a VTuber, was like, God, we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. But then again, they're gonna be angry that I called them out, and they're gonna make it bad again. So yeah, I hate drama because I like to live my life as stress-free as possible. I think everybody else could at least attest to that in some way. I also hate technology, because technology likes to give me drama, and just like drama above, I sometimes hate technology. I sometimes love technology, but I sometimes hate it. I guess newer games kind of leads me into one of the biggest facts of myself. I forgot to put this in likes, and I told you I was gonna figure out something to put on that list as soon as I clicked off of it. I like nostalgia. I like to play older games. I like to play a lot of like a lot of the older stuff, like from the N64 and the GameCube days. I like Nintendo, I like Sony, and I like Microsoft. All three of those make game consoles. I like all of them. Now, yes, if I go back to my games real quick, you will notice that a lot of the games that I put on here are a lot of newer games. Those, like 2K19, for WWE, I should say, there's issues with it, but it's whatever, okay? If you say my Twitter is spicy, it's only gonna get spicier once I become comfortable with a lot of my stuff on Twitter. I'm only right now just promoting some of my stuff and some of the other stuff. Once I get more comfortable onto Twitter, you will probably see that I can become very spicy. I do like to retweet a lot of stuff that may or may not be say so for this stream, but that's just what I like. That's just what I like. Art is art, and I like me some art. And I will quickly point this out. Bottom of the dislike list is rap. I said this during music. I don't hate it, but I would rather break my neck to rock music in a good way. Say spicy. I ain't saying spicy. I ain't saying spicy. You can't tell. I'm not going to say spicy. Can't force me to say spicy. Alright. So I thought this was VTubers, but then I realized that instead it was a Y. So this is other YouTubers that I watch. This list here, I think maybe a lot of people probably heard of these folks. The biggest one that maybe not a lot of people know is the first one, which is Deadlock or New Legacy. I don't know what got me into them. I started watching them, and the next thing I know, I became a huge fan of Deadlock and New Legacy. And those guys are wrestling. A wrestling fan base. Not a fan base. Wrestling group, I should say. So that's kind of, if you like wrestling, you can probably like the Deadlock folks and stuff like that. Lemon, Vine Sauce, and Vsauce as well. Michael here. I watch him. I watch both the Vsauces, both Vine and just Vsauce. Scott the Waz, Your Dating Tree, JonTron, Angry Joe Show, and the Angry Video Game Nerd. There's also a lot of others that I can name off again, but for now, I think just a good list of 10 will suffice at least a majority of the viewers watching to get my taste. Funny thing is that I used to think that exact same way. I thought Joel and Vinny were the same people. And I thought Vine Sauce was only a Joel thing because I started watching Vine Sauce from Joel, just Joel himself. And you'll probably notice that I get a lot of my you'll notice I probably get a lot of my sense of humor and my streaming tactics from Joel because at one point I was watching all of his VODs from start to finish. I would I don't know why, but I would just gather up on some of the habits that he would get while streaming, and I would point them out. I'd be all like, oh, he's gonna do this, and I would get that, and I would get his sense of humor, and I would get his little his cadence in speaking. A lot of people have said cadence in speaking. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what cadence in speaking is, but I guess I started getting more towards that, I guess. A lot of these folks you'll see on this list right here, you can kind of see that I've gotten some sort of inspiration from, in terms of sense of humor, the way I run stuff, that sort of gist of stuff. So there's that. To get more onto, I guess, my YouTube side of stuff, I have a few things. Rules, which I have made in the description, as always. I call it the Book of Rules because if there's anything that I like to do, it's reading. And reading mangas is one of my favorite things to do. So make it a book of rules, I guess. That's my gimmick for the rules. But that's what I haven't listed in the description. But I have the rules listed right here. Obviously, be nice. Obviously, because again, we're gonna revert back to the dislikes. I don't like rude people. I'm sorry. You make a hurtful comment, I'm going to probably take some offense to that. Not really. I'll probably ignore it because the only opinion that matters to me is myself and possibly the other Niter mates. Anyways, I would also really advise people to not make comments that are unrelated to the stream. I flip subjects faster than a manga page, but if it's something I have not talked about within the last 10 minutes or just the stream in general, I would really recommend not making any sort of comments to it. For example, possibly another VTuber, if they're streaming unless I talk about them. Or just anybody any streamer in general, I should say. I think, for the most part, this is just typical streamer etiquette. You know, if you've been in a VTuber stream before, you probably know what the etiquette is for that said streamer. I would highly recommend to follow the same etiquette here as well. And not just here, but also on my other NITRE gen mates as well when they're debuting. And not even just that, when they're streaming in general, if you do end up watching them as well. I would also recommend not revealing anybody's personal information, including yourself, because lots of people on the internet are not very nice. They're not very say-so, and they're not very, they would not be very nice with that sort of personal information. I would recommend not posting anything about not only yours, others as well, information. I also just did mention number 5, so I'm not going to mention that again. As well as number 6, I would highly recommend, if I'm playing a game that involves a story mode or anything that has like spoilers in it that makes the game fun or whatever, kind of like Genshin, which I have not I don't know if anybody can believe this. I have not played Genshin before. In fact, that is probably one of the not the very first, because like my schedule, I want to play some Halo later on. That'd be my first game to play. But Genshin is on my list as one of the games that I do want to play on stream. So please, if I do play that, do not spoil that game. And likewise, any other story mode, game, whatever, you know, or just anything in general, I guess. I've heard a lot of people say good things about Genshin. And I've heard a lot of people say that they've spent a lot of money with Genshin. So, I'm going to try and play it without spending money. I'm going to say that, but I'm probably going to spend about $100 on that game. I have never fallen into the gotcha hole. I'm going to fall into that gotcha hole pretty quickly. I have heard it is a relaxing game, and I have seen people play it. And it is very relaxing. So, I can agree with that statement. Like my credit card in a save. Yeah. Good thing is you know the one terrible thing that Google has, because I use Chrome mainly, which is a bad thing for my computer because it takes up all my RAM, and a computer that does not have a lot of RAM in the first place. The one bad thing is that it has like a autofill option, so all I have to do is just click a box that's like, oh, you want your credit card? All right, here it is. I'm just like, because then I'm, you know, I'm not poised with the responsibility of getting up and whatever. So, yeah. Again, I'm probably going to spend a lot of money playing Genshin, even though I just said I'm not going to do that. So I have my stream tags up right now and future streams as well. One of my favorite little play on words or whatever for my name and stuff like that is why, the question in English. So if you're sending any memes or memes, as I have it here, hashtag Wyatt meme. I like that. I thought that was awesome. Okay, and then as well as fan art, Wyatt NITRE. And then my fan emoji is obviously the music emoji because I love me some music. And then for the live tag is Wyatt Live. A lot of easier tags, obviously. Listen, if you have any sort of... oh, crap. I did forget about the NSFW tag. Son of a gun. Hold on a second. NSFW tag. I'll have to make this up on the fly. Oh god, it's me! We'll do this. Oh crap, I can't spell. I can't spell. YRNSFW. Oh, well, I can't spell. W. Okay. This is... Why is it this big? And that is not what... That is not... Take that out of context, I swear. There's my NSFWR tag. I didn't think about this. You know, when I made these at like 3 in the morning. So, I made these at 3 in the morning. I was dead tired. So, there's my NSFW tag. Take it as you will. I'm not gonna put the two together with the meme and the fan art and live. You know what I mean? With the Y. Just say Y art, because like at the same time it'd be kind of. No, that's the part of the thing. With Y art, it's Y art. Wyatt. You got Wyatt. I mean, I thought that was nice. I thought that was funny. Come on. It's gotta be a little creative. I got a little creative with these tags. I gotta add in a outline. I'm an outline person. I like outlines. There we go. Oh crap. So no double T's for the innocent. Oh shoot. I should put a double T. There we go. Yeah. I wanted to copy the fan art, but then I didn't. Forgot about that. There we go. And also increase the stroke size. Not stroke size, outline size. It's not the same thing. There we go. I don't know what NSFW arts anybody's going to do. But I would be surprised if they're Jacopos. I mean, fuck. I don't know how I feel about that. But yes. So I don't know where to put this. I'll just. Can I shrink it? Come on, mouse. There we go. Work with me. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'll just set that there. Okay, and I'll lock that for now. Also, I do not have a name for the fans yet. Cause I sat and I thought more about the fan name than I did with the NSFW art. And I don't know if I should be ashamed that I still came up with nothing. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't think of anything. I'll probably think of something as I go on, but I also did start including some of the future streams that I had in mind because the stream tags was going to take up half of the page, so I was like, screw it. I was thinking about calling the fan names like the Wyatt brothers or the Wyatt family, but then I would be sued by the WWE because that is why. That is. Do they even have that trademark anymore? I don't know, and I'm not going to find out the hard way. So I'm just gonna say I'm not going. You can call yourselves the Wyatt family, but I'm not going to officially say it because I would get sued by the WWE because that is what they have for, I guess, an old stable. Otherwise, I would use it or the Wyatt brothers, but then again, that would not sound good. So I'm just gonna say I have nothing yet. Back to the future streams. Wrestling's on the top of the list. That was the first thing I thought of. I don't know why. The name is too generic as well. I figured so. I figured so as well. But yeah, one of the future things I would like to do is wrestling. I don't know what yet. I'll probably have something along the lines of something in the next couple of weeks in terms of wrestling. Gaming, I'll play anything as long as I have a game to play. I have a lot of games to play, and I can buy a lot of games. As well as I'd like to, like I said, I have the synthesizer next to me. I have the guitars next to me. I would love to play both of those at some point or another. More than likely, I would only incorporate those as like a just chatting with a bonus, because since I'm not really gonna be, I like to play the music, but I would not like to focus too much on like playing the music, because again, I am not very talented at it. And I know a lot of people will say like, oh, I'm not very talented at music, and then they play the greatest hits on earth or whatever in the greatest way possible. I actually cannot play it. What else? Karaoke stream. I do have plans for karaoke streams. But obviously, because karaoke streams would require me to unarchive it afterwards, those I would like to not do mainly, because I would like to actually fill my library of videos, you know, that sort of stuff. And I do have plans to just, yeah, I just play, when I play the music and stuff like that, I don't plan on singing because, I'll be honest with something. If I were to put something else on the dislike, hold on, let me, where's my thing? There it is. If I were to include something in my dislikes, let me get rid of the tag real quick. If I were to include something in the dislikes, it would be my singing voice. I know I just uploaded a cover and stuff like that, but I have never been confident in my singing voice, so that's why I would like to stay away from doing singing as possible. I'll do karaoke. Listen, karaoke, I'll do. I don't know what it is. I love karaoke, but recording covers, I struggle with that because I have very high, like, confidence issues with my voice. There's that. Back to this. And this. But I would like to do karaoke streams. And when I play the music, I like to just maybe do like some play it and then talk over it, or if that. Because again, I can't say I have the talent to play like an entire song, you know? Let's see. I mean, you know, a lot of people have said that the cover was good, and I can't agree with them. You know, I think the cover was good. I thought it was, like, personally, it was good. I just don't like my own vocals, you know? An instrumental, you know, the instrumental itself, I could not stop listening to the instrumental. It's just, again, doing the vocals was just something I just never really had the confidence for. I mean, I think a lot of singers can say that for the most part when they start. They never had confidence with their singing voice. That's just me, as well. Chatting, I do like to talk. That's just one of my strong points. I like chatting. So a lot of just chatting streams. I have my schedule, and I will publish that schedule. I'll show it off and stuff like that, because I want to talk about it a little bit more. Talk about that here in a little bit. And then I have 3 maybes. Flight Simulator, again, I would like to stream some Flight Simulator for like some endurance streams, or just in general, like a relaxation kind of stream. But I have to test the hell out of it because I can play a lot of games just fine on my computer. Flight Simulator may not be the easiest. And I would like to test it out every once in a while to see if I'm going to be able to stream it at good FPS. I don't like stuttery streams. At least on my end, you know. I will watch a stream, and if it has some technical issues, you know, I can get by with that just fine. Not that difficult. Yeah. That's why I like to do a lot of testing, because if you stream and play the game at the same time, it's slower. That's why I like to test my games when that sort of stuff. I've tested all my games so far, and the only one that has like a lot of issues, maybe Apex, but I think I got that problem fixed. I do play a lot of Apex, but again, I suck at Apex, okay? I will play a lot of Call of Duty on stream a lot, and I can probably say I'm decent at Call of Duty, at Battlefield. Apex, I don't know what it is. I suck. I completely suck at it. But yeah, Flight Simulator. If I play Flight Simulator, I'm not gonna play it because I don't know how to really fly a plane. Plus, my game doesn't run at like 60 FPS for the most part. So I also do not have a flight stick. I cannot play it with a flight stick. I have been thinking about doing an Apex collab stream with mine, but the space between our talents is way too much. Okay, she could probably like get champion on every single like game or whatever. If I could get 1 kill, I call that a win in my book. I do have Rocket League, and I do plan on playing Rocket League. In fact, I do have a Nintendo Switch. I don't have a Nintendo Switch recording software yet. That's one of the things I do want to buy, because I love playing Mario Kart, and I think playing Mario Kart is on one of my top 5 things that I want to stream. I love Mario Kart. There's so many games I have on the Switch, but I do not have a software to record it, and it makes me upset. Is Rocket League... Oh, Rocket League's not allowed because of copyright? Oh, shit. Damn. What is the copyright for that, though? I know it has, like, some product placement. If it's the music, I'll probably mute it. I don't listen to music in most games anyway. I'm not too sure with that. I do have Rocket League, though. I'll probably play that a lot on my off time, though. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know a lot of the product placements are like entire sports and stuff like that, like F1 and stuff like that. Oh, that is true. Yeah. Yeah. I used to play a little Rocket League. What's it? I don't know. When did Rocket League come out? Hold on. I'm going to look this up real quick. Hold on. When did that game come out? Now I gotta talk about it because it's on my freaking... When did that come out? 2015? Oh, yeah. I played that game quite a bit when it came out. All right. Yeah. 2015. Sheesh! It's been that long. Good lord. Yeah, I didn't even notice this until... Wait, that's about... Okay. I about started playing New Japan Pro Wrestling for a second. I about had a heart attack. I was watching the G1 Climax from last night again, and I thought I about clicked the play button. Anyways, Fortnite. I think Fortnite came out... When did this game come out? 2017. Does it surprise anybody that that game came out in 2017? Because I completely forgot that that game came out in 2017. I thought that game came out in 2018 or something like that. 2019, possibly. I thought it was big back then, but I thought it got big once it released. Sheesh. Let's see. Yeah, Time is an Illusion. You damn right. Yeah, 2017. That game came out. When did it... Hold on, I just closed the tab. I'm an idiot. When did it actually come out? Fortnite. July 21st. 2017. Middle of 2017. Sheesh. I have actually never played Fortnite either. I never really bought into that game. Actually, I think I played maybe 1 or 2 games, and then I'm just not interested in it. It's just my thing. I also have in the maybe column football, not just playing it, because I want to play some of the older football games. Although playing it may be a bit of a problem, not just because of the music, although I have the music muted entirely because there's only one song in that game, and at least a lot of the Madden games that I like, there's only one song that I like, and hearing that on repeat would annoy the hell out of me. There is some, like, sponsors in that game, like Verizon and stuff like that, but that's where it gets a little iffy. So there's that, and then there's reacting to some of the football games, because I like to watch Red Zone, not so much just one game at a time. But in terms of like reacting to it, I could react to it, but I would have to it's kind of like how you see other VTubers do like watch-alongs of movies and stuff like that, but they do not have the audio playing. They just have a specific time code that they're at. I don't know. I don't know if I could follow that as well, because that would be a little tricky. I would have to get with Seth with that. I'd have to get with Seth. And so that's why it's a big, bold maybe. But one of the things I know I could probably do on the bottom of the list, on the maybe column, it's, is the learn Japanese. Okay. Because I could probably hop on Duolingo and learn some Japanese. I believe I'm gonna get rid of this so I can move on real quick. Yes. Next one here is languages. Okay. So I rank these on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how well I can speak it. As you can tell, English is my fluent language, native language. Although I sometimes have a hard time at speaking it. English is a hard language. I do know some Japanese from all the animes that I have seen and from all the music that I have listened to. Although, not very much. I think most of my pronunciations, at least for the course of a couple of years, have been helped by the Japanese language. Yeah. English is hard even if it is my native language. Yes, it is. But I think the same could go with, like, any of these languages listed. Japanese, I rank the 3 because, again, it is very basic at the most. Or at the best. Again, not very good at speaking English. As you also see, I also know somewhat Italian and Latin. Both of those two come from all of the godforsaken power metal that I listen to. Because for some reason, Italian and Latin are the 2 biggest languages in both those genres of music. So I learned a little bit of Italian. I think I spelled Italian wrong. God damn it. Did I? Hold on. Now I gotta look this up. Did I spell that right? Hold on. No, I spelled that right. Okay. That's the number one thing that always irks me, is that I think something is spelled wrong even if it's spelled right. So there's that. And then there's also meme, gibberish, and nonsense, because of course, you can't have an English language without these 3 in your arsenal. So I do have quite a sense of humor in terms of my language. Yeah. You'll know a lot of, like, the memes and the stuff that I like to speak about here, at least once we get more into the just chat streams. What else is there? I think there's only like 2 more left that I have to speak about, which is, I guess, fine. So there are some goals here. Some goals. I would like to reach 10,000 subscribers in a year. It is very possible if I fucking work hard at it. That's something I would like to hit. In terms of what I could probably do as myself, I'd like to collab with some VTubers, some of my favorites that I probably talked about already. Especially with, my NITRE Gen mates. I'd love to collab with them as much as I possibly can, because I like to collab with people. But as well as, like, outside of NITRE, I would like to work with, like, I name off a few. Can't think of a few. Probably already a few that I've already listed off, you know. I'd like to collab with a lot of them. I'd like to create a unique series. In fact, it's one of the biggest things that I like to create as of right now. And there is one thing that I've been working on for a while that I want to get started. I don't know if it's ready to go yet. I don't know yet. I'd like to get it going. But I could probably, out of all these goals in mind, okay, the unique series is possibly the closest to actually happening. But again, there is a few more things I need to get done and check out and stuff like that. And I'll probably have to run it by with Seth, obviously. I ran it by with Seth at least on a couple of occasions. Not a couple of occasions, I should say. Maybe once or twice that it was like some sort of thing that I would like to do. I have to quickly reiterate with him again. I'll probably get with him sometime this week. I don't know. We'll figure. I'll figure that out sometime. But yeah, again, the unique series is probably the closest to happening. Maybe. Sports reactions. That is one thing that I think could also happen as well. Again, I don't know how good that'll be because I have not seen a lot of people do that kind of stuff. I'm not too sure how that's gonna go. I'd like to react to more of like just like any kind of sports in general. I don't know about that. And lastly, just to provide entertainment. That's what any VTuber on the internet could do. That's probably one of the easiest things I could do, is to provide entertainment. but the closest one, again, is the unique series that I could easily do, obviously. In terms of the schedule, I think this is the same picture as I used on my Twitter page. Oh, look. Okay, so here's my schedule for the rest of this week. Now, the one on Saturday, we do have the big collaboration with me and the rest of the NITRE mates, but I don't know if it's going to be after that stream or before it. Depending on the time, it'll probably be afterwards. I will do a little, like, chatting, you know, where I'll just sit and I'll possibly include the synthesizer so you know what I'm talking about. I would like to at least show off my synthesizer skills. So probably next Saturday I will have that after the big collaboration stream, because I do like the stream. Tuesday and Wednesday I have not, and Friday I should also add in there. I have nothing planned, but at the same time, anything could possibly change. But at the same time, I do not like to do streams just right off the bat. So that's why I like to have, you know, if it's on the list, I will probably not have any sort of changes to that. I don't know when I'm going to be doing these streams. It's just, I will probably announce it the day of the stream, if not a couple hours before the stream. I hate to do a couple hours before the stream, but since I am quite a busy person outside of streaming, I cannot promise that I will be announcing, or sorry, I should say it like this. I cannot promise that I will stay away from the few hours from stream announcements. There will probably be a few times where I'm like, hey, I know it's only 3 hours to go, but I'll be streaming at this time, you know what I mean? Because I'll be kind of busy at some points in my life. Because again, it's no surprise, this new place that I got here, and a big space behind me. I got some space here to add some boxes, and there's a couple boxes I need to rip open. So I got a few things I gotta do still. Still new to this whole stuff as well. But yes, I would like to play some Halo. I did test stream Halo already, and I feared that Halo was not going to happen because of the fact that Halo is one of those games that is very hardware intensive, that if you stream it, it is going to strain it at the same time. But when I test streamed it, it worked fine. It wasn't flawless, but it was fine by my standards, and in my standards, at least for my streams, are pretty high. So I will at least work on doing some Halo. Again, I'm not very good at Halo. Actually, no, I'm not very good at Apex. I'm decent at Halo. That's what I should say. Actually, I think that's all the slides. Yeah, that's all the slides that I have for right now, which I got that through in an hour, which was pretty good. I didn't want to take too long with my debut because I did not want to just spend like 5 hours just speaking or whatever. I could do that differently, but this is my debut. I like to keep it to the point. Keep it to the point. I mean, I like to keep it to the point. So what else? Is there anything else I could do? I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because again, I'm not very good with coming up with stuff off the top of my head. Anything else I can talk about here? So again, I do, because I like to keep some of my I think I'll save a lot of the other stuff for like Saturday after the debut stream, or not the debut stream, sorry, the collaboration stream. I should also point this out. We are more likely going to be playing Among Us in the collaboration stream. We had a few options. Shows my language skills. I would, but just like with my singing, I'm not very confident in my skills, and I kind of would like to hold that off. I'm not very, it's just not something, just showing off my skills, showing off something that I'm not confident in is kind of difficult for me to do at this moment. I'll probably do that later down the line. I'll probably become like the kind of person that gives less of a fuck than later. But I'm not going to be that kind of guy now. I will just say that I know some Japanese, but I am not going to speak it right now because I am not very confident in it. Or at least as well as Italian and Latin. That could also win. I don't want to show it off. don't want to show it. Not very good. There's a reason why... Hold on, give me a sec. There is a reason why it's only a 3 out of 10. Okay? There'll be moments where it just happens in the moment. See, this is like the hardest thing about it. I don't like to be put on the spot, okay? I have not installed the manga shit either, so I need to figure out how to install it too. I don't even know how to install it. I don't know if it's on Steam or not. I think it's on Steam, but I have no clue. I will figure that out as I go on for this week and stuff like that. But again, Steam is like $5. I got $5. I mean, I don't like to spend money because I know I'm going to be spending money when I play Genshin, when I get into it. God dang it. So yeah. I'm not so worried about my store. Hold on, let me actually... I don't know if I have the picture. I don't think I do. In either way, it has updated a little bit. I'm not too... Well, I should speak. I was gonna say I'm not too worried about storage. Yeah, Minecraft is much more expensive. I do have Minecraft though. I already have Minecraft. I do like to play Minecraft, and I do like to play a lot of modded Minecraft because my computer can handle that for the most part. If I play Minecraft, I will probably play hardcore and modded. If it does come to a point where NITRE has a Minecraft server, I will probably play a whole lot of that because I do like to play Minecraft. In fact, Minecraft was one of my most played games a couple years back, I believe. I don't remember. Again, I'm a nostalgia person. I don't know if I've already said... Oh, yeah, I have. I do love nostalgia. So, yeah. Let me quickly... Let me show off my storage real quick. Hold on, let me name this file real quick. Ow. Okay. I hurt my fingers doing that. I don't know how this is going to look. Also, that hurt my fingers. God dang it. Where did that save to? I forgot where that's... Okay, here's my storage. As you can tell, I have, technically only 3 storages. Ow! My fingers. I have 3 storages. I only have 1 solid state drive. I'm going to change that, though. I need to change that. I'm going to have 4 drives, and 2 of them are going to be solid state once I get them. If you can believe that this is mostly filled with a lot of games. I don't know. Okay, so I hate this. I hate that the C drive, the Windows C drive at the top, keeps going low because that doesn't even have any games on it. That's just my computer. And I should point this out. I also don't like to. Okay. It's not that I don't like to uninstall things. It's just everything I have installed right now is everything that I want to have installed. My recovery drive is just a recovery file that allows me to recover files, which that's why I don't count it as a drive because literally the recovery is recovery. But I don't know what is. Yeah, the D drive, I think you can probably guess which one is my Steam drive. My D drive. I don't know how I manage. I have a terrible job managing my space, as you can tell. And the problem is that I don't know what causes a lot of this stuff. The G drive, I have a feeling, is for all of my... I'm gonna look. Yeah, because if you could be surprised, I have like a storage drive hanging off the top of my... Not hanging, but just it's plugged into the top of my computer. It's not inside my computer. The D drive is the one that's inside my computer, as well as the C drive. But there's another one that's hanging on top of my my tower. I don't need... The problem with the G drive is that whenever I try to load anything with the G drive, I have to wait a minute for the folders to load and for everything to load the way that I want it to, which annoys the heck out of me. Because I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, I'm trying to look at my G drive, and it takes me forever. Oh. I forgot I have Nekopara. Ooh. I don't know if I can play that. I think Grand Theft Auto was installed on here. Is it? No, it's not. It's not, sorry. Okay, so if Grand Theft Auto was not installed on here, then what the hell is? How big is my videos folder? Only 50 gigs. Only 50 gigs. All right. I think it has to do with a lot of other stuff that I have on here. If you can take that any way you want, but it's definitely not that. PC, I have always been a PC guy, or not a PC guy, desktop, sorry. I have always been a desktop guy. I once tried to get a laptop, that didn't work, and I got a desktop instead. I have never looked back since. I just like desktops. I don't know why. I just like having my own little space and just being able to have, like, I've never tried streaming from a laptop, obviously. I know a few people from NITRE have a laptop, and they're going to be streaming from them. I think one of them's in chat right now. So we'll figure out how a desktop works between a laptop. We'll figure that out. I think an hour and close to an hour and a half is fine for a debut stream. Let me go back to my... Well, yeah, obviously it depends on the laptop. I almost bought a laptop to rip out some parts to put into my desktop. Where's my schedule? There's my schedule. Oh, hi. There's my schedule. I'm going to leave it at this and just end it for here because I can't think of anything else. And right now, this is just a debut stream. I'll probably talk more about my stuff like that in my computer on Saturday. Or maybe on Thursday. Maybe on Thursday. I'll talk about my computer when I play Halo, if I'm not too invested in the game. I think I will end this stream off here for today. I don't know what I'll do on Monday in terms of, like, other speaking. So, oh, Seth, you use a laptop? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, shoot. I thought you used a desktop. I think I'm the only one that has a desktop. Maybe Takeshi. Maybe he has a desktop. If he doesn't, I'm the only one. All right, so I'll end it off here. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know when. I'll announce that on my Twitter. I don't exactly know what songs I'll be streaming with karaoke. Because again, it's going to be an unarchived stream. I don't know what I can or cannot do with unarchived stream. If I can do anything, then awesome. Because that means I'm going to blow my voice out with rock and metal. Again, I'm not very big on... I want to also say this before I get off. I probably will not do a lot of Japanese music, not because of my language abilities, but because Japanese companies, or at least music producers, are very strict on that kind of stuff. I see a lot of karaoke streams being with, like, filled with Japanese music, but I really don't think I can survive a karaoke stream with Japanese music, knowing my luck. I will keep things open-ended for now. I don't know. Because from a lot of what I've seen, they will block streams worldwide, even if it is in the middle of the streams. Sometimes you can get by with it, but I don't really want to risk it, because I know a lot of at least from my experience, from like looking up a lot of videos and stuff like that, a lot of just not even American, a lot of just rock and metal in general, a lot of their producers and labels, they'll take the money that you make from it, but even if you're not making any money from it, it's just gonna be all like, oh, well, even if you're making money from it or not, we're gonna, you know, take some split from it, you know, keep it up worldwide, stuff like that. It's watchable. If you're not doing this for money, then if you're not making the video or doing karaoke for money, awesome, you know? So that's just from what I've seen. Because I don't know. I may be wrong. I'm new to this. I'm going to learn as I go. So anyways, that's just a little final note that I have. So I will, the next stream will be Monday. I don't know what time yet. Yeah. I'll put at, okay, so that I know. Yeah, learning is a part of the VTuber process. All right, I'm going to end the stream before I start talking more and more. That's one thing I suck at doing, and that's what I gotta learn. I gotta learn how to end streams. I'm not gonna say watashi wa no mai wa why if not is no. I can say that. Have a good night.